It's the 1st of December, which means it's the first day of our Winter Power Challenge, and as you can see, it's a beautiful day. One of the suggestions that we had quite a few times was to use the polytunnel to dry our washing. Because the doors are kept shut to keep the heat in, it's not so fresh. I don't want to smell like this. So I'm thinking that maybe not hanging the washing in here for now until we get a little bit desperate. Maybe never. Maybe not smelling like this would be worth £37 for a can of fuel. I'm not sure. It's not nice. We had a lot of suggestions about making the most of our wood burning stove. That's something that we're definitely going to be doing. We've put a clothes horse up already, and already we've been starting to dry our washing in there instead of using the tumble dryer. It's working really well. So that's been a big success, and hopefully that will help to keep our consumption down considerably. We've also got a new washing line to hang across the barn and new pegs as well, so we're going to get that up soon and start using that as well. Even if we use that to partly dry things before we move them inside, it hopefully still will help to get things drier quicker than just hanging them outside on the line. One idea that we were given was to actually build a little shed and have a wood burning stove in there and use that as a drying room. We really love that idea. I'm not sure we're financially in the position to be putting up an extra shed and getting an extra wood burning stove at the moment, but it was a really good idea, definitely tempting. I think that would make a big difference to the amount of washing that we could dry using the wood fuel that we've already got. So good suggestion, maybe not this winter, maybe in future. The conifers, which have been partially shading the panels in the morning, are still looming large. I think Fraser's going to try and get to that maybe this weekend or next. He's been working really hard, he's had a 5-day week this week, so hasn't been able to get to it, but hopefully soon we'll get them trimmed down and that will make a big difference too. So it's been cloudy for a few days now and it's not forecast to get any better anytime soon. So we are now really having to economise on how we use our power. So we're not having the TV on as much as normal. We are keeping that off and instead we're using a battery powered radio to kind of have a little bit of background noise, which is nice. It's nice to have something on in the background just so you're not left with your own thoughts all day. There's no way you're going to get through winter without turning that generator on. Hand washing instead of using the washing machine, just making sure lights are off, not left on when they don't need to be. And it's hard work. It's hard work compared to just putting the washing machine on or just putting the telly on for a few minutes so I can get a few jobs done to keep the kids entertained. Don't know if we're going to be able to keep this up all winter, but we're going to give it a good go and hopefully the sun will shine soon so I can put the washing machine on. That would be the main one. We've also stopped using our bread maker as well, so that's a bit of a luxury item that's had to go because we just haven't got the power to do that at the moment, so we've been buying bread instead, which isn't a problem, but it's nice to have it homemade, so that's a bit of a shame. But it's just not doable. You can't have that running for 3 hours a day, which is what we were doing in the summer. It just can't be done. One thing we're not really willing to compromise much on is our Christmas decorations because we have children and they want to enjoy having some Christmas lights up, so hopefully in the next couple of days we're going to get the lights up and it'll be really interesting to see the impact that they have on our consumption. From what I can remember, I think some of them are battery powered, so that will be handy, but I'm pretty sure that Christmas tree lights and the big garland that runs along the windowsill, I'm pretty sure that they are plug-in. So it'll be interesting to see what they consume. Hopefully not too much because I'd really like to keep them on for the kids obviously, and actually really that and the occasional Christmas movie we're not really willing to compromise on because at the end of the day children come first, and whilst we have got to keep the budget under control we can afford the occasional generator top up if we need to in order to make sure that the children get those opportunities to have their Christmas lights on and watch Christmas movies together as a family, so that's really important.
Right, it's a really grey day again today and we're going to try and clean these panels to make things a bit, get a little bit more light on them. Also, when it's grey you can actually see the reflection of the conifers on the panels at certain times, and also even the router. Now the sun doesn't even come up over that side, but that's just the glare off the cloud, the bounce of the light, so it's all making a difference. Just having anything near on a grey day like today is actually making it worse, so we're going to clean these panels today, which might make a little bit of a difference.
So the good news is that the majority of our decorations are battery powered, like I thought. We've got one decoration which needs to be plugged in, and I've checked that on the VRM, and that's having very little impact at all. We'll have to plug in our tree lights when we finally get our tree, but that won't be for a little while yet because we don't get that till later in the month. So yeah, really good. I'm looking forward to sharing it with the children tomorrow. Right, so we have really reached a make or break point in this challenge. We're down to 12% batteries and it's predicted to be cloud all day today. We have one ace up our sleeve left,